Hey there, I'm Josh. I like to program, and today I'm wearing a baseball cap. Last year I started learning how to program Discord bots using discord.js. And in the summer I created a Discord bot for the server belonging to Waybot from youtube.com. And since then, my programming skills, I wouldn't say have drastically improved, but they've definitely improved a lot where I can see, a lot of this stuff isn't, super great or super efficient or, really the really right way of doing this function. So I've gone through it a couple times and I've updated it as the months go by. But I haven't really done a whole lot of work on it for a couple of months. The last big update I did for it was back in October. And I've done a couple of small updates, but even with what I've learned through the past 2 weeks in programming, I can see how much I can improve the program on this bot. So last week I put together a list of things that I want to update on this bot.
Hi, Future Josh here to make your experience just a bit more bearable because I kid you not, I go on here for 9 more minutes, and that is unacceptable for a video that's already way too long and already does not have a lot of content in it. First thing, the bot has a lot of commands that return random responses, and I have the lists of those random responses stored in some text files. Inside the bot, there's a bit of code that takes the text and splits it into a list of strings that the bot will use in the future to respond to these random responses. Too bad this way of doing things sucks. I have to change one string into a list of strings, and I'm pretty sure the way I did it means it only works on Windows machines. It might just be me, but text files seem to work really weirdly, which made it really difficult for me to try and write new data on them, which basically made text files a read-only data format for me. Luckily, there's a magic file format called JSON, which stands for JavaScript Object Notation. It's literally just a JavaScript object turned into a file, and it's great. Now I can just throw the whole list into an object. And JavaScript has its own methods for parsing and formatting JSON files, so I can easily write files too. Now that I can do that so easily, I can save a bunch of data into files, and now when the bot turns off or crashes, a lot of the data will be saved. Second thing, the bot used to record how many times certain words were said, and you could recall those using the counts command. The problem was that they were stored in variables on the bot, which meant that every time the bot turned off or crashed, the data's all gone. This led to some very inaccurate counts, which basically made the count command useless. So I just decided, hey, I'll remove it. But now that I can save the data in the files, it won't reset every time the bot dies. So I'll add the command back. It's pretty neat. I'll also put in a command where server members can add their own words to be counted. Third thing, there's a feature on the bot where you can pretend to shoot people and it gives them a role. The bot's supposed to revive everyone the next day. But once again, every time the bot dies, it forgets everything. So let's have the bot save dead people in a JSON file. And while we're here, we might as well have the bot revive everyone at midnight instead of after the first message of the day. Fourth thing, right now on the server, a lot of users are leaving or getting kicked and rejoining as a joke, but every time that they do that, they have to have the mods restore all the roles that they had before, and that's just kind of annoying. So with my new power of being able to save data, I'm going to take all the roles that a user has when they leave, and then when they rejoin, the bot will just give them their roles back. This can also prevent punishment evasion because people who get muted and then leave the server and come back will still be muted when they come back. There was a lot of other stuff that I intended to add, but that'll just have to wait for a later date. And that's about everything. Good job!
That's what I want to go over, so I think I'm going to get started. Man, I'm out here looking like a Victorian age coal miner, and I'd be lying if I said I did not look good. One of the first things I started working on was kind of the death function, like, hey, kabang, and you shot me. That command. I ran into a problem just about as soon as I started working on it. I copied the ID of the Wayta server and the main chat for that, and I was searching for those in the bot's guild and channel collections. But every time I tried to run the bot, it just wouldn't find the server or the channel. So I was scratching my head, like, why is this happening? I put in the right IDs, I copied the IDs again, I put it in again, so I was stuck trying to fix that problem for a good couple hours. And this problem just keeps happening. Why is it happening? I keep moving my stuff around, it's just staying. And it wasn't my favorite situation to be in. But then I was working it in my computer science class, and I finally found the problem. The bot that I was testing my code on wasn't in the server I was searching for. I was searching for the main Wayward-Wayta server and the main chat in that server, but the bot was not in that server. It was in my test server.
Hey, it's me again, except this time from farther in the future. Let me walk you through what I did. The first thing I did was move all of the things in the text files into JSON files, which wasn't a difficult process at all. Then I started working on the counts command. See, when I removed the counts command, I didn't actually delete the JavaScript file, I just made it so people couldn't use the command. But since I had the file there still, I still had something to work off of. Too bad it sucked. So I immediately started removing all of it and basically starting from scratch. Now that I intend to have the bot be able to add new words to be counted, I think I'll have to change it so that the bot has a limit to the number of words that it lists in this command. Otherwise, if the bot has a lot of words that it's tracking, the bot will just flood the chat with words, so I'll just set an arbitrary limit of 15 words to be returned. Meaning that the bot will keep tracking the other words, but the bot will only return the top 15 words. But if the bot is tracking less than 15 words, the bot will just return all of the words. Speaking of adding words, let's check out that command. Count word first checks if the word you requested to add is already being tracked, and if not, the bot will just add the word to the counting list. That's cool. Then I started working on the resurrection thing. I already showed my solution for the resurrection thing, but I might as well walk through it. I set the bot to execute the following code every second. It compares the time of the previous execution of this code with the current execution, and if the day of the previous is different from the day of the current, the bot will remove the dead rule from everyone that the bot was recorded to have killed. And then the final big thing that I worked on was the role restoration. The first thing I did was set up a JSON file to store users and roles, then I set up an event listener to check when a user leaves the server. When a user leaves the server, the bot stores what the user left and the roles that the user had. After that, I set up another event listener that checks when a user joins the server. In this listener, when a user joins, the bot checks if the user has been in the server before, and if they have, the bot just sets their list of roles to the list of roles that they had before. Finally, the bot removes the user from the JSON file.
So now that that's all done, all I have to do is put this into the real bot, get it all updated, and then have it work and see what people think of it. I've been sitting around for 3 minutes now trying to just think of a way to end this video. Like, hey, like and subscribe sort of deal. But hey, if you enjoyed this at all, you can join my Discord server. It's in the description. Invite's also on screen right now. You'll hear a lot more from me there, and sometimes I'll unleash a Discord bot there, or maybe upload a program that say, hey, this is cool, this is funny. Hey, look how cool this is. Hey, but man, I think this is a start of a great friendship.
Wouldn't it be nice if we were older and we wouldn't have to wait so long? Wouldn't it be nice if we stayed together in the kind of world where we belong?
The clock just hit 2:22 and 22 seconds. I thought that was pretty cool.